Okay, now let's start again. Again, previously, as we discussed about the dimensions of intellectual ability, where we have discussed about number of attitude, verbal comprehension, perceptual, speed, inductive reasoning, deductive reasoning, partial visualization, and the last one we have discussed about memory. Now that was about intellectual ability. Now we are going to discuss about physical abilities. Physical ability, the capacity to do the task, demanding, stamina, dexterity. Dexterity means using hands. When you work with the help of hands, like picking one thing from one place to another place. So while you using your hands for working, so that means dexterity. Now when you have strength, similar characteristics we have. Like when we have physical abilities, we must be physically fit. We must have the stamina. We must be capable of using our hands, your body postures, your we use in the physical ability we must use all parts of bodies properly, right? So if you look at the dimensions of that, we have major 3 dimensions we have. The measures we have 3 dimensions, but in sub-dimensions we have, in every dimension we have sub-dimensions. Like strength factors, we have strength factors like a dynamic strength, trunk, static energy, and explosive strength. Now, in a strength factor, the power of your capacity. We have dynamic strength comes. In dynamic strength comes ability to exert muscle force rapidly and continuously over time. Dynamic strength means your ability. Like when you're working, you have to use your physical ability again and again and over time. Like for example, if you're working somewhere, like as a worker. So as a worker, you must have the ability to work for longer and longer hours, right? So trunk strength, ability to exert muscle strength using the trunk, particularly muscles like we have, particularly abdomen muscles. Trunk means from this place onward, this is the place, because if that place is our spinal cord is good, sound, so we will be unable to stay. We will be able to stay. We will be able to stay, like for example in teaching. In teaching what we need? In teaching we need our muscles should be sound, good, our trunk should be strong enough, our feet should be strong enough, that we must stay on our feet, because our teaching is what? Is not on a base of to sit and teach, because we have to stay for long hours. We must be having that ability to stay and talk, right? So our muscles should be properly good so that we can use it. Like if I'm standing in here, so it means that my trunk means that from here, that here, the standing where I'm standing on it, that is the trunk we have. Like in here, the spine from here, from the west, which goes up. That's called trunk. It should be most powerful, that it helps you to be strong and straight. If we have muscles problem of trunk, so maybe we will be like this or like this, we will unable to stay. Definitely I will be taking like this to put my tape on the wall, so that because I will be having what? Backache for myself. I will be having backache because I will be unable to stay for a longer time. So it means that in teaching your trunk should be strong enough to deliver the lecture. Now what we have next? Static strength means ability to force against external objective. Static means like look, I'm here, standing in here, so I'm not moving from here to here. Once I stood, so I will be standing in here. So I cannot, I cannot move unless and until if I move myself, so I'll be moving. So if I stay like this, so I will be static. No one can move me. Because some people, when you tell them to stay, they will be unable to stay because they will fall down. So it means once static, your static should be strong enough to stay on your feet and on one place, rather than some people who stay maybe in your wherever you're working. Somehow you will be unable to stay on your feet sometime. So it needs a worker must be strong enough, maybe in a static and dynamic or in a trunk, and as well as in a explosive strength. Explosive strength means ability to spend maximum energy. Like explosive strength means I must have being an English teacher, being an English not being a lecturer, I must have that much ability to give a lecture for long and long hours. I'm standing in here to give a lecture for 3 hours. Maybe I have much more ability to give 3 more hours. To give a lecture for 3 more hours. So it means that explosive means strength, extraordinary strength. Like for example, if I demand for you, for example you're working, if the manager demanding for you to overtime work, so you must be ready for that to give overtime. Is it clear? So that overtime energy, that is called explosive strength. If you cannot say no, I can't. No, you must have that much energy to say yes, I can. Because I have the ability, I have the capacity to give more. Now next we have, that is flexibility factor. Flexibility factor means that we have 2 things in here, extend flexibility and dynamic flexibility. And extend flexibility means ability to move trunk and back muscles as far as possible. Like for example, look, I'm staying in here, I'm completely moving from here and moving from here. So I have no issue to move myself here and there. Some people having issues, maybe they have a problem. So when they were not able to move their body. I'm standing in here, I can move my body. I have the capacity, my trunk and my muscles are strong to be moved. Some people having back a problem, so they were unable to move. Because look, when you were applying for the force, for army job, so they were checking your every muscles. In our army, they're checking your every muscles, every part of your body are checking, whether they are examining whether there shouldn't be any broken, any part of your body, whether it's broken or not. If they have doubt that this place is broken, maybe in the future it will cause you an injury. So they will not give you permission to be a part of the army. In an army, when you go for a commando, so they check your every part of the body, your bone, whether it means they go for CT scan, whether it's strong enough or not. Do you have any problem? Maybe some people they hide, so a little bit they have a balancing problem. They are unable to balance. Maybe one feet is longer and it is small, we have the problem. So maybe they will have difficulties in walking. We'll tell them to run, they cannot run. They are unable to run. Right? So they will not say, I'm good, I'm fine enough. But ultimately they will have a problem. Right? So the thing is that extend flexibility means ability to move the trunk and back muscles as far as possible. As far as possible means that if I tell you, go down, so easily I can go and pick up things. Some people say, oh, I can't. They put their hands, maybe they have problems. So when you're checking the muscles of them, so maybe we need a fit person for the job. We need a fit person, an active person, mentally active, but we also need a physical fit too. Now, dynamic flexibility is one ability to make rapid and repeated flexible movements. Repeated. Like repeated means, like for example, if I'm standing in here working, so there is 100 box. There's 100 box. So what I must have ability to pick the 100 box and put it there. Let's suppose. So it means that I have the capacity to take these boxes and quickly transfer it from one another. So if I would have a problem, so maybe I can that. I couldn't that. So I must have the problem to move myself in a one direction quickly again and again to put it in another direction. So in here, my muscles will be, my strength will be visualized, my strength will be identified how much I'm physically fit. So that is what that dynamic of flexibility, that I must be flexible enough to rapidly move myself. Like when you go for exercise, you're touching your toe. You're touching your toe, bowing yourself and touching your toe again and again. So that's exercise. So repeatedly when you are doing, it means that your muscles are flexible. Your muscles are flexible. When you're jumping in the air and picking something, it means your muscles are flexible. You're walking fast and jumping, and when I tell you jump from the chair, you're easily jumping on that. So it means that I can see that your muscles are flexible. If I tell you go and stretch out yourself, so you can stretch out yourself very quickly, right? So it means that your muscles are flexible. When your muscles are flexible, it means you're physically active. So it means when you're physically active, there is much energy to consume that. We have much energy that. Is it clear? So next we have other factors. Another factor means body coordination, balance and stamina. Body coordination means that when I'm talking, like if I'm speaking, so it shouldn't be like this. Like it must be coordinated. When I'm talking, my hands and my body should be coordinated with each other. Like if I'm talking one thing and my feet is going somewhere else, there is not coordination. Like I'm talking to you guys and my feet is going somewhere else, so it's not coordination. You are telling me sir stand, so I'm not standing, I'm moving here. So it's not coordination. So the coordination means that your body, your hands, your feet should be coordinated enough. It should be balanced enough. You must have the stamina to balance your body and staying on your feet. It means balanced body means if I'm standing in here, I can stand. Come and move me and not move. So some people, if you tell them stand, so maybe if they work for hard for longer time, yeah, let's suppose they cannot stay in themselves, they cannot, they are unable to stay for a longer time. Like you tell me that staying here for 3 hours, I can easily stand because I have that much, energy to balance myself. If that goes on 5, 6, so maybe I fall down because then my feet will unable to, they will give up. I won't, but my feet will give up. Let's suppose, right? So the thing is that body coordination, ability to coordinate the stimulus simultaneous actions, different parts of your body, your different parts. Now look, I'm talking about, and plus I'm moving my hands. With my words, look, what I'm saying with my words, I don't say that. With my words, it's a wrong direction. So what I'm saying is coordination. With my words, now look, the words simply, with my mouth, it also give you a coordination that I'm talking about the words which came out from my mouth. It's also coordination. It's clear or not? Yes. So body coordination is much more important for that. Next we have balance. Like when you're talking in an interview, like when you're talking, so you must, so they're also observing your hands. Whatever you are saying, whether your body is also, your hands also connected with the same or not. Is it same? What you are saying, is it similar or not? Next we have balance. Balance means ability to maintain equilibrium despite force pulling of balance. Like ability to maintain yourself. Like I'm standing in here, so it means that I'm balanced. If I straight myself here, so maybe I cannot balance myself. If I'm sitting here, maybe I cannot balance myself. So maybe I cannot work, maybe I'll fall down. But it means that you have to stay like that, your body should balance, that you are able to balance yourself. So that is what balance is. Your body should be, that you have to stay like that, like if you play a karate, you play judo or whatever you game when you play. So first they will teach you balancing. First they will teach you balancing. How to, when you fight, because in fighting you're jumping. In jumping, how to maintain your balance. They tell you have to take that much gap in your feet so that you shouldn't fall down. Like if you go like this, so you fight someone, so maybe with a one kick, they will give you a kick so you will fall down. So first they will give you a balancing strategy, that how you have to balance yourself, how you make yourself balanced so that you're ready to hit or defend that your opponents. So that's why balancing is more important. If I tell you standing here, so if you are not standing on your position, like for example my body required that much balancing. If I increase my stretch out, so maybe I will be imbalanced and fall down. So your body, you have to be balancing yourself, and your body should be coordinated with your balance. The next we have stamina. Stamina means the last one, ability to continue maximum effort required for a long time. Now look, I'm talking, maybe you can say that, sir, how much stamina you have, you're talking too much. Maybe you think that. Sir, how much you have stamina, you're talking for 3 hours continuously. And I'm saying that how much you guys have stamina that you listen for 3 hours. Well, have stamina in it. Look, when you're running for 2 hours, running for not 2 hours, running for When you're still now, finished, your inner energy is finished, what you have done, you will just you will stop yourself. Is it clear?
Yes.
So that's all for today. Yeah. Tomorrow we will talk about next time we'll talk about background characteristic and learning.